All right. So I guess we'll move on from there.
Okay.
Actually didn't have the NES. I think my dad sold it or gave it to my cousin Dan, who's my co-host. So I never played an NES growing up unless I went over to his house, but that was kind of rare when we played NES. So I basically just had like PC games in the early 90s until the Game Boy Color came out.
Nice.
And that is my first, well, technically it's a handheld, but that was the first like video gaming console that I ever had for myself.
Well, what were some of the games that you had on that?
Oh, I definitely had. It was a Looney Tunes game that was pretty fun. That was a good one too because it sort of like switched between the different play styles between the different levels. Like there was a Wile E. Coyote level, there was like a Daffy Duck level, Taz the Tasmanian Devil level. That was a tongue twister, by the way.
Devil certainly level, was
right. But that game was pretty fun too. And then of course, like as soon as I got it, I remember getting Pokemon Blue with it. So that was a big one when I was growing up. It was the 90s. Pokemon was huge. I know you guys have a sort of a weird relationship with Pokemon, but I definitely grew up with it. I loved it as a kid. I loved the cartoon. I had all the plushies from what's the name? Oh, Wildwood from New Jersey. I remember first year I went to Wildwood and I made my dad win me every single Pokemon plushie
that poor man.
Could possibly win.
Made him win me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or
else I would probably throw a tantrum, yeah.
Wow.
I also made him watch the movie with me, too. He also brought me to, I think, all 3 of the movies. So, God rest that man's soul. Just kidding. He's not dead, but, like, when he eventually is, it's going to be because of Pokemon.
Did you make him watch Detective Pikachu with you?
No, I did want to, like, sort of accidentally, like, I would do... Like, I was going to be like, oh, we're going to see this movie, and then walk him into the Detective Pikachu thing and make him watch it. But no, he was like, fuck that.
That reminds me, Jimmy, you actually have that hideous Pokemon N64. I'm sorry in advance.
Yeah, I do. Oh, I have the Pikachu N64, but we're not there yet, Drew. Will, I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
Don't yell at me.
Pipe down.
Right. But yeah, I had the Game Boy Color. I remember playing that a lot. I think I had a Bomberman game from that as well, and that was pretty fun.
Bomberman's
but yeah,
great.
I mean, yeah, I think most of my time was probably dedicated to Pokemon at the time.
It's a pretty like robust game. Like I never got into them, but those games have a lot of meat to them.
And also, mind you, I couldn't read, so I was literally just like battling Pokemon. Like I don't think I got that far with it, but
would you say that Pokemon taught you how to read?
Oh no. I didn't learn. I was definitely didn't learn how to read.
Just a solid yes. I had red. I mean, it was fantastic, man.
Yeah. Oh, so you do like Pokemon, Will?
Well, I mean, the key word is the key words are I did.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like when you're growing up with that stuff and like. It's different than like looking at it with a adult perspective, but I mean I've tried to get back into it as an adult, and it's kind of hard to sort of like it just kind of feels like a time waster, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did you play Go?
I started Go. I probably went to maybe like the 4th gym or something, but I definitely didn't beat it. And I liked Go, too, because it felt less like a time waste, because, like, the battle... I mean, there was not really a whole lot of battling, and it was literally just catching the Pokemon and stuff, but...
That was an interesting phenomenon when Go was, like, really hot.
It was, like...
Yeah, I mean,
it was an
when
excuse to, like, get people outside and exercise, but the GPS tracking on it was terrible, so you would walk...
I was also talking about Let's Go, which I just realized I was wrong about. I mean, yes, I played both of them. I played Go and Let's Go.
Which one's Let's Go?
Let's Go is the one the remake they made for Switch.
Oh,
yeah.
Huh.
But I did also play regular Pokemon Go too. It came out when I was in college, so it was really helpful to like sort of just walk around and get all these Pokestops and stuff. But yeah, I mean that was just sort of like a thing that kind of died out for me. I know a ton of people still play it though.
It's crazy how popular that is.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I did put some money into Pokemon Go.
I don't judge.
Yeah.
I spent, thousands of dollars on the Star Trek timelines, so it's all good.
We've all been there.
Also, shout out to my dad, too. This is not a game that I played, but a big PC game that he loved was called Star Trek Birth of the Federation.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, it's sort of like a real-time strategy game, and he was obsessed with that. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say this is the reason for their divorce, but it's very possible that it was.
It didn't help, let's say that much.
Yeah, I remember he told me one night, my mom was like, Sean, don't you stay up all night and play that game? He's like, I'm not. And then all of a sudden he realizes the sun's coming up. He hears the rooster. Yeah. And he was like, oh, fuck. God. Yeah, it was definitely a real time sync apparently. But
the PC games for Star Trek in the 90s and early 2000s were like some amazing games for fans, but outside of that, they were really, really rough games overall. like it was like one of those things like Trekkies are so like starved for like quality gaming that we would just like cling to hope to anything. Yeah. But no, some of those PC games are great, man. I never got to play Birth of the Federation, but
it's the one game that he wishes he has an older computer so he can play it again. I've tried to set it up so he can play it on his Windows 10 computer, but it's just kind of a pain. I need to actually like really look into it and just do it for him so he doesn't. Yeah, he's not gonna be like, I don't know how to do this stuff anymore. Like, yeah. It's so funny once your parents get to a certain age and technology just means nothing to them anymore. They have no idea what it's happening.
Yeah, I mean, things were more simple back then, and I think some of those games actually ran better on older machines.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
Well, the clocks on them were, different. They were meant to kind of run with those chipsets.